Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Afternoons LALATE. Your $1,400 third stimulus check will be landing in the mail this week or in direct deposit. In this video, we go over who's getting it by direct deposit on March 31st and who's not, who's getting in the mail and which day, what's going on with that March 26th mail delivery date, and what's going on with that April 2nd to April 5th delivery date. I'll be going over SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits, third stimulus check as well. I'll be going over the direct express delivery of the third stimulus check as well. And I'll be answering all your questions about the $14 third stimulus check additionally, as I jump into the live chat and interact with you and answer your questions live. This is Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are good and safe. I hope you are doing well. I notice there's one viewer in the chat that's not doing well. If you're not doing well, please immediately see medical assistance right now. I don't want to say it on air. But this is Afternoons LA, and if you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It's birthday week. Make sure you give a birthday subscription. It's free to do so. And guess what? I'm back with you on Evenings LA tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I don't want you to miss that recording. That's going to be a biggie. I'll be into that live chat as well. That's at 5 on the West Coast, 8 on the East Coast. Also, if you've not liked the video, let's try to do 3,000 likes. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. $1,400 third stimulus checks have undergone two waves of delivery. Waves are weeks of delivery. Wave 1 was March 6th, 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Wave 2 was March 24th, the second wave, and Wave 3 will be this Wednesday. I was the first one worldwide to report Wave 2 is even happening. And this last Saturday, I was the first to exclusively report Wave 3 is happening. I've had about a dozen plus viewers get confirmation of direct deposit for March 31st. They have direct deposit confirmation from Direct Express, from their big bank, and also their credit union. If you do not have alert from your bank or your irs.gov tool or anywhere else, stay with me because I'll explain what that means in a second. Also, I have people who have results for the irs.gov tool of a March 31st deposit as well. Now, what you need to know is that you may not actually receive a deposit on the 31st. Yours may be in the mail. Yes, yours may be in the mail. And 50% at least of the viewers of this channel are not getting ever a stimulus check by direct deposit or by direct express or by any bank you bank at as an SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad customer. Rather, it's going in the mail. And what type of mail? It's either a paper check or it's a debit card from IRS. It's either a beige envelope or this white envelope. It's a very bland white envelope that has red lettering in the corner that says your direct impact payment. Excuse me, I just said that wrong. Your economic impact payment, it has information about it enclosed. So you don't want to miss these bland envelopes that may show up in the mail this week that may have your stimulus in there. Let's cut to that alert situation. If you're a viewer that does not have alert from either your bank or your irs.gov tool, understand it may land in one of the two locations, the deposit account or in the mail. Who would land and where would land? We know those details. Smaller banks may release the funds tomorrow, March 30th. Those smaller banks are H&R Block, Green Emerald Card, Chime, Cash App, Bancorp, or TurboTax. They have traditionally released the first and second wave a day or two ahead of time. U.S. Metabank did release it to some viewers over the weekend. Metabank and also Netscape or something like that. Then the big banks and Direct Express, they would only release the funds on the effective date, which is March 31st. So if you do not see a deposit post on March 31st, it's in the mail. But here's another rub. It may be in the mail before March 31st. What you need to know is that the second wave's effective date for mail delivery is March 26th. And some viewers have gotten it since the 23rd. Some got it on the 27th. And now about 100 plus viewers got that missing March 26th check Today, March 29th, if you're not among them, don't worry, it's coming tomorrow, likely, because we're now showing that that March 26th check mail from the second wave is late. What I need you to know is that SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and Railroad benefits are getting checks in the mail. Direct Express consumers are not getting it on the Direct Express card. It's coming also in the mail. People who bank at the big banks, instead of the big banks, it's coming in the mail. And no matter how many times I say it, ultimately, this is a big surprise. Let me go over what is true and what's false. First, anyone who received the first and second stimulus check by direct deposit is automatically getting the third one by direct deposit. Absolutely, categorically false. Hundreds of thousands of viewers have already got it in the mail, and 100,000 more will as well. IRS has actually said that the large amount of you will never get by direct deposit, even though you got the first and second by direct deposit. It's coming in the mail. Number two, everyone on SSI and SSDI has not gotten a stimulus check. Untrue. Also, everyone on Direct Express card are only getting on the Direct Express card. Oh, that's really untrue. Nearly 50 to 60% of Direct Express card holder viewers this channel have gotten it in the mail, and more still show it pending in the mail. If you don't show it pending anywhere, you're not getting it. That's also untrue. It just sometimes appears in the bank accounts. What about Comerica? Comerica's is Direct Express, so I don't need to repeat Direct Express Comerica, Direct Express in the same breath every time. Some people are saying, why aren't you mentioning Comerica? Because Comerica is Direct Express. And when they say, why aren't you mentioning Direct Express Comerica? Because it's the same thing. Will banks release the funds on April 1st? Very, very, very small number of banks will release the funds on April 1st. How do I track that check in the mail if I can't track it anywhere else? Well, you can use the informed delivery consent, which is an a U.S. bank, a USPS tool. And you go to that U.S. website, or you can just Google it. Here is the actual website and what it looks like. Informed delivery by USPS. It can track when something is mailed, and it'll show you a screen grab of the delivery. One viewer earlier today said, guess what? I use that tool. It worked for me. Thank you, LALATE. It shows something coming in the mail from IRS today. So, it can only be good news. And with that, let me jump into the live chat right now and see what's going on with you folks and see who has something happening. You can cash your check with your phone, said someone. Very well said. Anyone get a check today, says Justin Hopkins. Yes, great question, Justin. About 100 viewers plus have gotten stimulus checks today, and those are viewers who had a March 26th effective date. Great question. Are check cashing businesses everywhere? That is also true. Let me see some more of the comments. My daughter got hers in the mail today. If you got a stimulus check in the mail, or you know someone who got a stimulus check in the mail, drop in the comments right now. Let's see it right now. Who got a check in the mail today, or do you know someone who got a check in the mail today? We've had about 100 plus viewers who got something today in the mail. Some people are still waiting for their mail, so it's taken a time for some people across the board. Yes, I got mail from IRS. It was 8 letters of transcripts. No, Timmy. How do I know if it's going to my Direct Express card or in the mail? That's Anita. That's a great question, Anita. So if you use the irs.gov tool, no information, and you've not given an alert, no information, then what's going on is you simply have no way to know ahead of time. It may land on the Direct Express. It may not land on the Direct Express. Some viewers of this channel got alerts before the second wave hit. Here's an alert for the second wave. Some viewers got alert that there was going to be a Direct Express deposit for March 24th, and others didn't. So if you do not have an alert from Direct Express, then there's simply no way to know if it's on the Direct Express card or coming in the mail. Best advice, look both places. Direct Express would show up on the 31st, and mail would show up anytime this week or next week as well. So you got to watch that mail every single day. Let me jump back into the live chat right now. Has anyone gone on Direct Express today, says Jamie. Pena. Great question, Jamie. I love that question. They would likely not have gotten it. Why? Because Direct Express generally does not release the funds ahead of time. The effective date of the stimulus check is March 31st, and today's the 29th. So Direct Express would not release the funds 2 days ahead of time. They could give you an alert, but they would not release the funds 2 days ahead of time. But great question. IRS is not showing any information for me. Why is that, Jennifer? Because sometimes the tool just doesn't work. And no matter how many times we try to fix it, it sometimes doesn't work. It doesn't work sometimes because it doesn't recognize the address, or sometimes it doesn't work. So no other way to explain that. Did anyone get theirs in the mail as a paper check today, says Dramatic Shock Tim. Yes, about 100 plus people. Oh, and were those people that were expected to go to Direct Express card? That's a great question, Tim. Yes, about 50% of the viewers, let me recap where I am. About 50% of the viewers on Direct Express who have been able to track their check have a result of mail for March 26. So nearly 50% of the Direct Express consumers who have been able to track their check on IRS actually have a result. It's not coming to Direct Express. It's coming to the mail. So that's a very, very high number. And that's exactly what Treasury was indicating. Great question. Really love that question. Let me jump back into the live chat. My thinker, nothing today. I just got informed delivery working again, and nothing. I'll try keeping negative comments to myself. I appreciate that, my thinker. Jack Jones, Matt, it can just show up on the Direct Express card. That's absolutely correct, Jack Jones. And it could be the same for anyone who banks with another bank. Direct deposits just appear. They don't generally remain in pending. Sometimes they're pending, sometimes they aren't, but they generally just appear. Veterans are last, says Michael. No, not at all. Everyone has been last in this scenario because these are the people who have not gotten stimulus checks. Non-benefit people haven't gotten stimulus checks. People who file tax returns haven't gotten stimulus checks. People who use the non-file filing tool haven't gotten stimulus checks. People on SSI and SSTI who use the non-file filing haven't gotten stimulus checks. People on benefits who file tax returns haven't gotten stimulus checks. Everyone of all different groups hasn't gotten stimulus checks. And so the only thing that's universally consistent is that every group is missing stimulus checks. And ultimately, no matter what day of the week it is or what hour of the day it is, there's always someone who wants to drop a comment. No one in this group has gotten a stimulus check. That's never true. Now, there's people missing in every group stimulus checks. And there's just a lot of people, not just a small microcosm. And I don't think I made that point clear in recent videos. In every group, there's massive amount of missing stimulus checks, not just a small part here and a small part there. It's just everywhere. I'll have more about that for you in a second, but here's a little bit about the community page. It's important to tune into the community page if you need help with that CDC eviction moratorium. Remember, today the CDC extended the eviction moratorium to late June. And this will likely be the last time. If you've never done a CDC eviction moratorium, the volunteers can help. If you have done one, you're fine. I'll be back in 60 seconds from now, but stay with LA for more. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues on LALATE here tonight with Evenings LALATE. How are you? It's a big day with exciting, great news across the board. I'm so excited you're joining me. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss a single recording across the board, and boy, this is not a day to miss a recording. There's a lot happening today. I'll recap everything in just 60 seconds. Let's see if I can recap all the news in 60 seconds, because it was a big day. Also, like this video. Let's see if you can do 3,000 likes. If you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the chat and also in the pinned comment. You want to become a member because this week you're going to see the 4th stimulus check bill. Among the breaking news developments today are the following. 1. The 4th stimulus check bill will be introduced on Wednesday. It will have stimulus in there, infrastructure, and climate. Number 2, the bill will go by reconciliation because the Democrats have an extra unused reconciliation in their back pocket. They may have another one, but at least for this one they'll use. Next, 5th stimulus will be 4 to 5 weeks away. And that will also have stimulus, but it will have a harder push to claim that there's a reconciliation for that one. Additionally, the president made a series of executive orders today on first extending the eviction moratorium to June. That extension of the CDC eviction moratorium means if you've already done one, you don't have to do it again. But if you haven't done one, you can get one right now. That is causing a lot of property owners to have to sell their properties at fire sales because they say they can't get enough relief. This will likely be the last eviction moratorium because of rent and utilities and food and mortgage assistance going out from third stimulus will be landing in April, so they will not need to extend this any further, says insiders. Additionally, the president's dealing with a new problem, which is the resurgence of the virus. Yes, and this is not a minor resurgence. It's now growing 5% per day in 30-plus states, causing Dr. Walensky, the head of CDC, to break down in nearly tears in today's briefing about the subject matter. Finally, what's important to understand is that there's a third wave of stimulus checks going out, and that third wave of stimulus checks is coming by direct deposit for some, but mail checks for other. I want to read a great comment by Michael Lubin during the commercial break. I love this comment, and I think you're going to know why I like this comment. Some people are not listening. It's coming in the mail. I love that comment. You know why I love that comment? For 2 reasons. 1, in reference to people who do have a result, it's coming in the mail. It's coming in the mail. The March 26 people, of which there's a couple 100,000 people of March 26 results, it's delayed. So we've got about 100 plus people who have gotten that March 26 check today, March 29th. It's delayed. But I like Michael Lubin's comment for another reason. I personally sense there's an aversion and an attempt to ignore the truth that people don't want to think it's coming their check in the mail. They want to believe it's only coming by direct deposit. And I gotta tell you, from a personal level, from family member to family member, I don't want you to go into next week potentially hearing from Treasury, that was our final wave. Wave 3 was final wave for direct deposit. All the rest of you are from the mail. And then you freak out and you wonder, I didn't check the mail last week. Did anyone check the mail last week? Did you check the mail last week? I didn't check the mail last week. What do you mean it didn't go to direct? I want you to be checking the mail now because I think a lot of viewers don't want to believe that Direct Express is going to the mail, that Bank of America is not going to the mail, that Chase is not going to the mail. You set up direct deposit for direct deposit and you sort of don't want to think that it's going to the mail, but it is. Treasury said it. And ultimately, this is a concern among me, is people throwing away stimulus checks. It happened under second stimulus, the $600. I don't remember how many it was, but it was at least a couple dozen threw away a $600 stimulus check. And I got to tell you, of the things to replace, a thrown away stimulus check is a hard one. And it's going to be months until you get back a thrown away stimulus check. It's not something you want to do. All right, let me jump into the live chat with you right now. I check the mail every day, Melinda. I love that, Melinda. Great job. Will paper checks be in the mail this week? Ricardo Escobar. Yes. So they will be in the mail this week, and they'll be in the mail next week, at least we know so far. There is about a couple 100,000 viewers this channel who have March 26 check dates for mail. So we know of theirs, they're coming this week because they didn't come last weekend. Now, if you're one of the people who has no results from your name, you may be a March 26 mail check date. When would March 26 mail check land? This week. Then we have all these other viewers who have April 2nd to April 5th mail check dates. If those checks come late, then we're going into next week. If they come on time, they're coming this week. So I believe that mail checks will be this week and next week, at least to start. Irene, B of A, and still waiting. Will there be 4 stimulus checks, says Jim. The Democrats are calling for 4 stimulus. I think when you see the bill in on Wednesday, you may not hear a stimulus check when it comes, but the president will have to put it in there if the Democrats hold their position. So Don Miller, Comerica Direct Express checks are not coming in the mail. Absolutely untrue, Don. And boy, I just can't. This is where the problem is going to erupt. I'm warning you. I'm warning you. Every Direct Express Comerica customer that continually posts, Comerica is not coming in the mail. God bless you, because your check is coming in the mail, maybe, and you're going to miss it. I have hundreds of thousands of viewers who are Comerica Direct Express consumers who have gone to the IRS tool and it says it's in the mail. And every single day I have someone drop in the comment, Comerica Direct Express is never coming in the mail. Okay. So when you never get that Direct Express check on your Direct Express card in 2 weeks from now, I hope you still have that mail sitting around the house because you have to look through it because it's going to be in the mail. I can't say it enough, but I got to tell you, I told you earlier in this video, there are some people who have an aversion to hearing that it's in the mail, and they're going to keep on saying it as often as they can say it. And when they don't see that stimulus check come by direct deposit, there we go. Janet Yellen, Treasury can't say it any loud and clear. The message last Monday from Janet Yellen was, a large number of you will not get it by direct deposit. It will only come in the mail. Check your mail. Don't want to check the mail? Don't check the mail. And away we go. Regina, are you saying that people on Direct Express that have received their checks the first and second time on the card doesn't come on the 31st, that means we don't get it? Oh my goodness. No. Last Monday, before the second wave, the March 24th wave, Treasury said, if you receive your first and second stimulus check by direct deposit, you will likely not get it by direct deposit. It will be in the mail. A large number of you who got that first and second stimulus check will not get it by direct deposit. It will be in the mail. Their exact words, their exact words from Treasury from last Monday, a week ago today, is if you did not get a stimulus check by direct deposit by March 24th, check it in the mail. It's in the mail. I mean, that you can't be any more obvious than that sentence. That's Treasury's last statement, which is if you didn't get it by the 24th, check the mail. It's likely in the mail. When asked how many in the mail, they said a large amount of you are getting it in the mail. And there we go. Yes, Comerica is Direct Express. Absolutely. Thank you, Regina. Checks in the mail, says Nora. Why a paper check? I'm on Direct Express. Why is it coming? It's so lost in Soho. Lost in Soho. Lost in Soho. Why a paper check? I'm on Direct Express. I've been on Direct Express for 11 years. Why does it have to come in the mail? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Come on, group hug. I don't want you to be averse to the fact that it's in the mail. Treasury has said it's coming in the mail if you don't get it by direct deposit. And if you don't get it by direct deposit, watch the mail. I don't. Oh, boy. It's very serious. It's very serious because people who believe that it's only coming on a Direct Express card and nothing else, because that's the first stimulus check and second stimulus check, you're going to miss a check. This skinny little envelope here, this white envelope, is not going to be noticed by you. You're going to be tossing through the mail, and you're going to ignore this skinny little envelope because you're looking at the Direct Express card every day, and this will have had your stimulus check. When you throw it away and you try to replace it, it's going to be a massive feat to replace a tossed away stimulus check. I got to tell you, there's one thing to replace an unpaid stimulus check, but to replace a tossed stimulus check is a whole other massive undertaking. I wouldn't care. Santa brought it to me. It says Alve. I love that. Informed delivery was scanned. It said it should be there. It's not in there. Oh, well, Heidi, that's good news, though. I mean, if they show it somewhere. So Heidi has a great comment. She used informed delivery. This is a great comment from Heidi. Let me show you what informed delivery looks like. So she used informed delivery from the post office, and it shows that it was supposed to be there, but it's not there. If I'm reading her comment, if I'm understanding her comment. So what you need to know is that it is arriving. The way informed delivery works is the following. Let me explain what informed delivery is. It means that when they get an envelope through the mail, they take an image of the envelope, and then they tell you, here's an image of the envelope. Now, if you go to the mailbox and you don't see the envelope, don't worry. The envelope's coming in a day or two. They took a scanned image of it because it exists. If they don't have a scanned image of it, that's a whole other situation. But if they took a scanned image of an envelope, well, guess what? That envelope is eventually showing up. Maybe it doesn't show up on time, but it is showing up. That's a great question. Thank you for that comment. Let me see some more of your comments. Oliver, can you tell me I have gotten a notice, me and my wife, on SSA, and my wife is on SSI. We haven't gotten anything. Will we be on Wednesday by check? I haven't gotten a notice. So Oliver, let me give you, you actually sort of fit into the big update where we are today. This is where we are right now. There was a first wave of stimulus checks that went out on March 17th. Some got it by direct deposit. Some got it by paper check. There was no Direct Express on March 17th. The second wave of stimulus checks was March 24th. Some got it by direct deposit. Some did not get it by direct deposit. It was also mailed by paper check on March 24th. Now, that was the first day in which Direct Express did post it by direct deposit. The third wave of stimulus checks will be March 31st. Some viewers will get it by direct deposit on March 31st. Others will get it by mail checks. What are the effective dates for the third wave? The third wave for direct deposit is March 31st, meaning if you have a pending deposit, it will show by March 31st. If it does not show by March 31st, you're not getting a direct deposit. It's in the mail. And that in the mail includes viewers of this channel. That is where we are going into the afternoon. Meantime, what days in the mail? The days in the mail are the following. The March 26th mailed checks are landing very late. They're now landing around the 29th to 30th. About 100 plus viewers got today, but there are more obviously still outstanding. So they're coming late, but that's good news, meaning they're not lost or they're not misdated. Second, this third wave of mail checks have effective dates of April 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So those will take a little bit of time to get there. What time around those dates? But if these checks continue to be a little bit late, then you may want to add a day or two or more. Great question across the board. Let me jump back into the live chat and see other questions being asked right now. I'm wondering, Amy, this is a great question from Amy. I'm wondering why I got $2,400. We have a family of 4. There must be a misreporting by Treasury. So you may have an issue where you may have to request missing stimulus checks when they advise how to do it, because this is really important. So Michael, which clearly wants to pose a little bit of let me see. I just found out my sister and husband got theirs yesterday. Oh, congratulations. Let me give you the recap of what viewers are showing so far. Michael just a second ago said you're guessing. I'm not guessing. I'm telling you what viewers have. Viewers have gotten alerts from Direct Express that they have a pending post deposit for March 31st. Viewers from big banks have a pending alert that there's a pending deposit for March 31st. One viewer from U.S. Bank and one of the viewers on one of the chats earlier today said a pending deposit for March 31st. Another viewer from Credit Union sent me the alert for March 31st. Several viewers have alerts from the irs.gov tool of pending deposits for March 31st. I have about a couple hundred now of viewers for pending deposits for March 31st. Meantime, I have several hundred viewers for April 2nd to April 5th pending mail. That's mail plus April 2nd, mail plus April 3rd, 4th, or 5th across the board. Meantime, my March 26 viewers, their stimulus checks are landing now and tomorrow because they're very delayed. They're not landing on time. And there we go. Meantime, we also have that comment from the head of SSA at the end of last week that said the checks are gone out. After the confusion and statements of last week, your head of SSA, who is right here, posted that comment that said, once we are free to move forward, we aggressively worked with Treasury and IRS to issue payments. That statement was made Thursday morning by head of SSA. And with that, thank you for joining me on a big Afternoons of Afternoons LALATE. It's been a lot of exciting details, and across the board, whether it is the Dr. Walensky video, or the new statement from the President of the United States, or the new 2 reconciliation twists from Chuck Schumer, there's a lot more happening. And stay with me, because I'll have more about that tonight on Evenings at LA. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. And if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. As we go into the evening, there's going to be a lot of exciting details, and I hope you join me. That's going to be a big, big broadcast tonight. So stay with me. As always, stay informed, stay focused. Keep on smiling. Don't go negative. Stay informed, stay focused. And as always, stay here and stay across the board, because it's going to be a lot of twists and turns as we go into the next few hours and days. As always, stay with me and enjoy what's about to unfold as LA continues tonight.